generations, like a praise singer, griot, jailer, shaman trickster, and spinners of dreams and visions. Like mystic magic messages in bottles. Like a prayer or a confession. For Artship is our canvas. Freedom of imagination precedes freedom of speech. We will prepare the way. Our ship, Artship.
Well, one day that sun was boiling hot, and this young woman that had just had that baby the week before, Sarah, why, she was picking and suddenly she slid down between the cotton rolls and she couldn't get up and that baby was hollering. Ah! Ah! Why, that slave driver said, "Get on up from there, you lazy cow, get on up from there."
I suppose when I was a little baby, brand new, fresh in the world, I think I must have hopped out singing and dancing. You know those lights over the delivery table? Well, I hopped out going dun 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 dun. Well, really, I just felt different, and I felt music and everything, and I moved a lot and danced and told stories, which my mom called lies.
Do you think there is a difference between a storyteller and an actress?
A bit of a difference, a profound difference sometimes. As an actress, which I also am, you have a fourth wall most often, and you don't directly connect with the audience, but you connect with people within the fourth wall, except for presentational types of theater, right? But in storytelling, you go tap to the heart, and it's just like a conversation like you and I are having.
Mm. Just tell us what the four walls are for some people who might not know.
Oh, that's right. Well, on the stage, there's the area near the audience. Then there's the left and the right, and then the upstage area, the back of the stage. And all the action and the conversation takes place within that center, and it's just like you're peeking in someone's window. But that area near the audience is called the fourth wall. It's invisible, except for certain types of theater.
Why, Sarah's body turned over in the heat. It turned over. And it trembled. You could hear a rumbling coming from it. And suddenly, great big black wings just popped out.
What keeps you going? What inspires you?
And off.
What inspires me? Someone else asked me that because they claimed they were a writer, but they didn't write. I said, well, how could you not write? For me, being a performer, an artist, is like a preacher claiming they got called. I know I got called. And what keeps me going, even though it's hard and sometimes the money, is rough, what keeps me going is those moments, they're like a synapse. When you make a contact with, there might be hordes of people in the audience and you feel like that connection is just you and one person. And then the many places I get to go as a storyteller, and the different communities, and I tell a story, and they come up to me teary-eyed and saying how that made their day or it moved them, and most often those are stories that I've written, not necessarily stories from books.
When did you choose Oakland as your home, your artistic home?
Well, first of all, I was born here, and I've lived here all my life, so that's my home. But if I had lived somewhere else or born somewhere else, I would like it because it is artistic. It has a lot of different cultures here. When I go to other places that don't have a lot of different cultures, I'm just amazed, and I feel an emptiness. So I think what makes it my home is that it percolates. It percolates with vibrations of different kinds of arts and people.
How do you see working with Artship in the future?
I haven't precisely outlined what I shall do. I'm just enamored of the fact that I could work here, the possibility that I may be able to work here, have classes here, or a performance. I definitely see myself doing a performance here, a solo performance or a group performance. I would like to do a solo show that harkens back to the African American whalers, which there were quite a few here in this area. I see myself doing that, I don't know when, and I see myself sitting on the decks, getting energized by the water and just relaxing. I enjoy being a teacher, and I enjoy passing on what it is that I have come to learn about what I do to young people, and I get so excited when I see it come back. It hits them. Bam! I can speak. Whatever accent I have, I can speak. So I see myself maybe sharing some classes here too.
Teach us those words. Help us remember those words. We'll remember them. We'll, teach us those magic words, please.
What is your wish, your heart's desire?
I would like to, number one, make a CD of stories, 2 CDs, one of stories of my adaptations of classical folklore, and then another CD on my original writings, original stories. I would like to leave a body of work for my family to have as a document that I went by, that I passed by this way. So either in a book. So as one of my characters said from one of my solo shows, it ain't nothing to it except to do it.